Hello guys and welcome back to the next Blueprint Masterclass. I'm Max, the captain for VA Esports and a coach and builder here at Blueprint. So today, I'm going to be going over everything you need to know about the Root Rider and Valkyrie strategy. It's super popular ever since Channel 16 came out, the release of Root Riders, and that's because it's so powerful, it's super fast, and well, it works on just about every single base. So first off, I want to go over the army comp that I'm going to be using today. So you have your main force of about 7 or 8 Root Riders, and around 8 or 9 Valkyries. You want to make sure you have the Apprentice Warden with them. So yeah, the Root Riders are the main tank, they'll break open the walls. You can bring a couple more of them for a little more power, and it'll be a little bit slower because Valkyries will be your main damage dealer. So I like bringing a couple more to speed things up a little bit. Super Barbs, they help funnel for, everything and clean up around the base. Wall Breakers, a lot of bases are using closed compartments now to force some extra wall breakers. Make sure you have those. And that's pretty much it for the troops. For the spells, I've been using a lot of rage spells, again for time, but also they just pair really well when you use the Warden ability to clear a lot of the base. A couple free spells are always good. Skelly spells are really great for distracting single Inferno Towers, Monolith, Scatter Shots, enemy heroes, Ricochet Cannons. Just keep them away from the multi-Inferno Towers and they can get a ton of value. For the Siege Machine, I will primarily be using the Siege Barracks, because with the addition of the second P.E.K.K.A, it gets a ton of value with Valkyries in the Clan Castle. So first you want to look at what angle you want the Root Riders to come from. You want them to go through the core of the base, so they can get a lot of value with the Warden ability. So I'm looking here, you can see the best pathing for that is either from there or to there. It's a symmetrical base, so both of them work. However, it's really important, you have to look at the pathing to the buildings. And I'm just looking at the Root Riders right now, how they would path. If I drop Root Riders all along here, then you can see they would go to this cannon, and go to the air defense, and then walk out. And the other ones would go to the Wizard Tower, Archer Tower, Mortar, and into the base, which is what we want. So now when I'm choosing where I should have my King in Siege Barracks, usually you want your King to go in where he can get the most value possible with his gauntlet. And when I'm looking at this base, I see I can deploy my King at 3, have him walk up, and he can go into the Town Hall here and get a lot of value. The Archer Tower, Warden Tower, and maybe even the Town Hall. Siege Barracks will funnel the Root Riders, I think going down at 6, we'll have walking this way. Usually, I'll send the RC, the Royal Champion, behind the Siege Barracks or the King, wherever it's needed the most. In this case, it makes sense to send it behind the Siege Barracks to help clear all this stuff. And then for the Root Riders, so I'm just going to have them all at the Wizard Tower, and they'll just go into the base from there, with the Queen and Warden and Apprentice Warden behind with Valkyries. That just means I need to funnel out this cannon, so I'll use some Barbs and a couple Headhunters. So the next I want to look at the spells. You're going to use, so I have like 4 or 5 rage spells with this. You just want to make sure you get as much as possible when you use the Warden ability. So you can see the Rage Tower here. You'll want to pop the Warden ability like around this area, and so then that's where you're going to want to be using your rage spells. Like I expect to use one here, one here. Then you want to look at Skelly spells, see where those are needed. The only real place on this base is up top by the Monolith. That's because there's no multis up there, and so it'll help distract for the King and keep the King alive a lot longer, and he'll get a lot more value without the mono killing him. That's pretty much how I would break down this base. And then the Root Riders will just clear through the core and sprinkle Super Barbs around the back end. It should be a very fast and crushed attack. And yeah, now we should be good to go. I'm gonna start with the funnel. Root Riders down. And yeah, you can see this base is destroyed. It's a very fast, very powerful attack. So I'm gonna watch that back and go over to a couple of my choices that I did during the attack. A 1 minute attack. Alright, now with the Overgrowth spell, funneling is a little bit different. You almost always send the queen instead of the king. So the queen on the outside and king inside the base. This is because you want your king to be able to be in the core when the Overgrowth runs out. And so I'm going to look at how you can get your queen in Siege Barracks to get a good amount of value. You also almost always want to send your World Champion super early. And while like having a ton of rage spells is kind of up to preference with the normal attack, you can substitute some rages for some more freezes or skellies if you want to slow down the attack. But with the Overgrowth, you do want a lot of rage spells so they can quickly go around the base while the core is immobilized. So we want to look at how so it's important to look at the queen. You don't want to just send her this way, because look at all the damage that's going to be on our Expo cannon, Expo queen. She's just going to die even with the healer puppet. So while you probably could do a similar approach to last time and just have your queen go this way instead, it's not what I'm going to be doing today. Because what I see is you can have your queen, let me erase this, queen walk down here and she'll just be able to get value but never die. Siege Barracks and clear here. And then your World Champion can come behind and clear this stuff. And so that lets your Root Riders, yes, they will split a little bit at the start, but that'll be okay. You can have some barbs to clear the Archer Tower, but they will eventually come back. You still want a couple Skelly spells for the single, the monolith. But then you need to look at what you're going to Overgrowth. It's like you don't want to, the goal with the Overgrowth isn't to get as much defenses down as possible. It's just to get enough down that there's never a ton of damage on them at once. So I can put it here, around here, get the Town Hall, Scatter, Inferno, Cannon, all that stuff. Then you can see the Root Riders will work into the core here. Some will go around and some will go this way. And then you just keep raging everything in the circle around and then finish into the core. This thing all the way through, and I hope you learned a lot and you'll be able to apply what you learned today to your own attacks. Get some fast attacks and a lot of 3 stars. So thank you guys, and have a great day. Bye.